Hello everyone, it's time for another UFC on Fox review. This time we're in Kansas City at the Sprint Center in, Kansas City, which is in Missouri, which is in the United States. Before I start this review though, I do want to apologize for not doing it yesterday. So the thing is, yesterday I was supposed to be going out with my brother to spend my birthday money. In fact, for a week now I've been 25. Hooray. But I got sick on the way there and couldn't make it, so my dad had to pick us up and take us back home. It was just a huge mess, and I still feel kind of like shit for it, even though I've been given every reason now not to feel like shit for it, but I still do. So, yeah, we're going to go on with the review. I was only able to see the first two fights of the prelim card, so we're going to get to, those fights and obviously the rest. So, let's do this. And the first fight that kicks off is what wound up winning fight of the night. I kind of agree. Tim Elliott against Louis Smolka. Elliott won by unanimous decision. It was a really, really good fight. It's probably one of the most exciting ground fights I've ever seen. There were so many transitions on the ground. I think that's what made it fight of the night. There was good stand-up, but it was the ground stuff that was just beautiful. It was very technical. It was very fast-paced. It was just a lot of fun to watch. And you don't really, get UFC fans saying that anymore. They would much rather see, a fight in the feet and people trying to knock each other out. But don't underestimate the importance of a really good ground fight. This was amazing. I loved it. It does deserve fight of the night. Yeah, it was just really, really fun. It was a really fun one to watch because Tim Elliott and Louis Smolka are two fun fighters to watch in the flyweight division, which is a fun division to watch. Speaking of watching stuff, I'm going to move on to the other fight now, and then the rest subsequently. Let's move on. We kind of followed fight of the night with what was probably my least favourite fight between Bobby Green and Rashid Magomedov. I got no problem with the decision. Magomedov won by split decision. Yes, he did. I don't know, it was evenly paced, which I'm okay with, but it wasn't an exciting fight. It was decent, It was a perfectly fine fight, but that's it. It was fine. There was nothing really exciting about it. Magomedov, got a really good win. Funny. There was a moment where I think it was in round two where Magomedov landed a left punch, and it hurt Bobby's left eye, and it caused him to clinch it, touch it, and the ref had to call the fight off because people thought that he had been poked. He hadn't. It was just that bit of the knuckle on the pinky finger that had hurt his eye. It gets in there sometimes. It's a thing that happens. It's not a poke. It's just a bit damaging. Also, I'm sorry for sounding a bit nasally. My mom has a cold. I'm starting to think I'm catching it. So yeah, but yeah, it was it was an okay fight, and Bobby Green, I can see why he thought he was poked in the eye, but he wasn't really poked in the eye, and he knows that now, I trust. And a good win for Magomedov. And those were the two fights I saw before trying to go to Birmingham and failing. So let's move on with all our lives. Next up was a veteran named Patrick Williams, who I think I've seen fight maybe once, against a newcomer named Tom Duquesnoy. Am I pronouncing that right? Yeah, his nickname is the Fire Kid. Okay. He made his UFC debut and won by TKO in the second round. It was a really good fight, to be honest, leading up to that point. In the first round, Patrick caught Duquesnoy with a good right. Still Duquesnoy briefly, but, they went back and forth a bit more, and then Duquesnoy went up getting the better of the exchanges. He definitely had best looking striking. And then, 28 seconds into round two, near the end of the first round, Duquesnoy had Williams against the cage and landed brilliant elbows and knocked him down. And Williams, did not want to get up. He was very, very tired, obviously. He was staggering back to the stall. And then, as quickly as round two started, which was in 28 seconds, it didn't start in 28 seconds. It started, and then 28 seconds later, Duquesnoy became the winner by TKO. But yeah, he landed a really good left elbow and then a punch. I think there were several more. No, just elbow and punch. Left elbow, right punch, and then the ref stopped it. For good reason. The ref for this one was Keith Peterson, who's probably the most underrated ref. I quite like Keith Peterson, but yeah. Really good showing from both of them, especially from Duquesnoy. He's only got one loss on his record. Actually, I think they mentioned something about that being his first ever fight. No, his fifth. But that was against Makwan Amirkhani, who was also good. So yeah. Really good show. We're going to move on to the last prelim fight now. And so we get to the last prelim fight between Roy Big Country Nelson, hooray, and Alexander Volkov. And before I talk more about it, I'm trying to remember. That's where I saw him before. Okay, when I was watching the fight earlier, I realized where I'd seen the manta ray tattoo on his back. It was because he fought against Tim Johnson in his last fight in November of 2016, which is another card I did review. I just can't remember what the frickin' name of it was. I'm bad at my job. UFC Fight Night Massage for Assault 2. Okay, I did review that one, I remember now. Yeah, Volkov won by decision. It was pretty easy to see. I mean, the first round was where he was at his worst, I think, because Nelson landed a good takedown and managed to hold him down for a majority of it. Then, when he got back to standing up, because Volkov is such a tall man, 6'7", huge reach in both arms and legs, he was able to land great body kicks, great leg kicks, especially the leg kicks, really good punching combos, and just managed to class Nelson in terms of striking. It would have helped if Nelson was not the shorter man and had a bit longer reach. He can't just rely on the big right all the time. I like Nelson, but when you only have that one reliable weapon, you really shouldn't be using it all that much. I mean, he has added stuff to his game plan since then, but still, come on, Roy. I love you. You gotta pick it up a little bit, though. Still cool. But yeah, it was an okay way to close out the prelims, so gonna move on to the main card now. Next up was, kind of an unexpected fight between Renato Moicano Carnero. Moicano is kind of a nickname, but he's what he's known as. And Jeremy Stephens. And I think a lot of people were expecting Stephens to win, but no, Moicano actually managed to get the better of him. He outlanded him, he was moving back really well, cutting great angles, moving around a lot, and one thing I hated about this fight, the only thing I'm going to give it down to, if this were ups and downs like what culture, I'd probably be better at it. The only thing I'm going to give it down to is the crowds, because every time, most of the time when Moicano was trying to get a really good escape going so he could stop getting punched in the face, the crowd booed him. Like, shut the fuck up. Don't boo. Shut up. You're here to see the show. Enjoy it, or go home. Anyway. Carnero managed. I'm going to call him that anyway. I don't care if it's if he's known as Moicano. His surname is Carnero. It was on his shorts, for God's sake, not Moicano, Carnero. So, Carnero managed to get a really good unanimous decision win. Was it unanimous? No, it was split. My bad. Stephens did do really well, but Moicano was just a bit better. Landed a lot of really good jabs, and the leg kicks he landed were freaking amazing. He landed some awesome leg kicks in this fight. So. Really good to see that from him. Really good to see Jeremy fight again, even though he lost. I like Jeremy Stephens a lot. And good fight for Moicano. So, moving on now. Armanek. Next up was actually quite an entertaining fight. Robert Whittaker took on Ronaldo Jafre Souza. I love these two fighters. They're two of my favourites going on right now. And the first round was really good. There were a lot of big moments where Robert managed to catch Souza. There was actually some ground stuff as well. There was a moment where I believe, it was in round one. Was it in round one? Hang on a sec. No, it was definitely in round two. Okay, I was trying to remember when the round two finished, like three and a half minutes. So, into round two. So, Robert landed a really good right hand and knocked down Souza, but did not go to the ground because he knew if he went to the ground, Souza would completely outclass him and try and submit him and possibly win from that. So it was a really good thing from Whittaker to not go for that. Also, he got performance of the night for his win. So well done. But things went really well for him, and things just picked up the pace for Whittaker in round two. Landed some great big shots, landed a really nice head kick. Then later on landed another great head kick, then followed that up with several punches, and the ref had to stop the fight. Really good fight from Whittaker. Souza's got nothing to be disappointed in. Whittaker's one of the best fighters going right now. And more people need to realise that, in my opinion. Speaking of great fighters people need to realise, I'll mention that in the main event. But next is the co-main event, which is also kind of relevant. So, let's move on. But really good fight from Whittaker. Souza got nothing to be ashamed of. He's still the top guy. He always will be. Next up was the is this the only women's fight? No, there was one on the Fight Pass thing, but yeah, this was the co-main event between Rose Namajunas and Michelle Waterson, the Karate Hottie. I love that nickname. First round was pretty even. There was a lot of good moments. I definitely think Namajunas maybe had the first round because she had really good wrestling and she managed to stay on top of Waterson. Round 2 happened and she managed to land a brilliant head kick right to the side of Waterson's face. She went to the ground with it. There's some good scrambling. Namajunas, it took her a couple of tries, but she managed to get the arm under the chin and managed to take it back and get the rear naked choke. And won by submission. Did not get performance of the night, which is a shame because, you know, they have given it more than 2 before. I think she should have gotten one because this was really, really good. She did a good job. She got the win, which is awesome. Hang on, I remember the announcement. Yeah. Okay, this is only her 9th fight. And she's 6-3, so. But yeah, really good showing from Namajunas. Really good win for her. Really good performance from Waterson. Like, you know, like I said about Jacare, Waterson's got nothing to be ashamed of. She arrived, she did a good job. Sorry, like I mentioned, I might be sick. So, yeah, really good show from both of them. Really good fight. But now we move on to the main event of the evening. But yeah, this was a good fight. Really well done to Rose and Waterson. And finally, it's time for the main event of the evening. Demetrious Johnson took on Wilson Reis. And absolutely nobody believed that Mighty Mouse was going to lose. And they were right because he won a 3rd round submission with an armbar. Like, as it was ending as well, there was like 11 seconds left in the 3rd round. But yeah, throughout the entire fight, it was outclassing Reis. Like, he stuffed his takedowns, landed some amazing combos, especially great body kicks. There was a moment near the end of round 2 where he landed a great knee to Reis' body and followed it with some good like hammer fist and elbows. And that was to close out round 2. He almost finished Reis then. That was good. Then in round 3, like something went off in Mighty Mouse's head, and he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm going to take it down now." And he took Reis down because there was nothing Reis could have done to stop it. And then he, beat him up a bit on the ground, managed to switch beautifully from side control to mount, and then managed to switch around, get his legs up and over, over the arm and stuff, and managed to wrench it and get an armbar. Really, really good win from Mighty Mouse. Like, that's double digits in terms of title defenses now. That's how good he is. And that's 5 defenses by finish as well. I mean, Mighty Mouse does not get enough credit, I think, and this is going against my favourite fighter of all time. I think that Mighty Mouse is the best champion in the UFC right now. I said it. He is the best champion in the UFC right now. In the UFC right now. That was a weird pronunciation, but yeah. He did a really, really good job. Got a deserved performance of the night. I can't think of a soul that can beat him. Like, the only person I could think of that came close was Tim Elliott, but even then, that was kind of sketchy. I mean, he did do a good job, but come on, Mighty Mouse is Mighty Mouse. I wonder who's next in his list of skulls to add to the pile. See, that's the weird thing. Mighty Mouse is a nice guy, but he can be a damn destroyer when he wants to be. Which is not something you really see often about flyweights. But he's the flyweight champion for going on 5 years now. Hasn't lost the belt. He's still doing a great job. Mighty Mouse, I salute you. You awesome person. Keep that belt on you. Keep the belt for 4 more, 5, 10 years. I don't know. But yeah, this was my UFC review of UFC on Fox, Demetrious Johnson versus Wilson Reis. It was a pretty good card, to be honest. Definitely one of the better ones in more recent memory. There was a lot of fun fights, there was some great finishes, and I got to see Mighty Mouse defend his title, so you really can't fault that, can you? Because it's awesome. So, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow for my Burn Halo episode of Backtracking. Nose. Of my Burn Halo episode of Backtracking. I'll see you all then. Hopefully, I won't. Well, I'm probably going to be a bit sick. But hopefully it won't be too terrible that I don't have... Mine is starting to get blocked, I'm sorry. That I don't, get the chance to record. So I'll see you all then. Take care, farewell, thanks for watching, you're awesome, bye bye.